periodically, ideally every 6 weeks to every 2 months or a quarter, what we have are team meetings. There's a couple of different kinds of meetings. The one that I want to talk to you about right now is the frontline team meeting. These meetings are usually led by the team leader, and all of the frontline people, if they're available, come to the meeting. And this is a time for everybody to get to know one another, to be able to, learn to trust one another, open up lines of communication so that if something is going on with one supporter, with the person at the center, they need some problem solving happening or something, that they know that they can go to somebody else on the team, do some brainstorming or whatever, and come up with some solutions. It's a really, really good format for people kind of sharing their ideas and getting to know one another, being part of a team. What we ask is that before each frontline team meeting, each team member would submit to the team leader their updates, so their reviews, their monthly reviews, so that the team leader can kind of compile all of the celebrations and the challenges that have been going on, and then the team leader will bring everybody together at a time that is sort of good for everybody. What we want is some work done ahead of time, some thought put into this meeting, so that you don't just show up with a piece of paper and a pen and take some notes, or just show up without any contribution to make. We want to know what you're thinking. What you're thinking is really important, so come prepared. What we want to do is to meet frequently enough that the meetings are no longer than an hour. So for some people, it's important for them to meet every 4 to 6 weeks. For other people, they could meet once a quarter, and that's enough, because there's not enough drama or challenges or whatever to be looked at. So they can meet a lot less frequently. So it depends on the person. When we meet, what we like to do is kind of have a basic format for the meeting. We like to do a little short training session, so something that helps the team to be able to do their job better. That could take any form. It's up to the front line to kind of come to the meeting maybe prior to say, what would be really helpful for me is if I had some extra resourcing around this issue. And then we would arrange to provide that at the team meeting. Also, we would want there to be some discussion about what community connections are happening or need to be happening. This is the goal. We want the person at the center to be building relationships that are unpaid in the community and having an opportunity to be sharing their gifts and strengths and contributing meaningfully. In order for that to happen, there's got to be community connections happening. So we want to report on that. How many community connections are you making? What are they? Who are they? Names, phone numbers. We want that information, because so often what happens is the supporter has this knowledge and then they don't tell anybody. They leave, and all that knowledge goes with them. The next thing that we want to be able to talk about at the meeting is brainstorming of solutions. We want these meetings to be solution based. So if there is an issue, we want to bring everybody in to do some brainstorming. And then after the brainstorming is done, what we want to do next is to identify actions that need to be done, and who's going to do them and when are they going to do them by. And then there's an opportunity for people to ask questions, to voice any concerns, to provide feedback about how things are going, how the meeting went even. And we set a meeting date for the next meeting, and try to figure out what might be on that agenda, so that everybody leaves the meeting knowing this is what we've accomplished and this is what we can look forward to at the next meeting.